guys, welcome to Story 12, where I'm going to practice some heat embossing. With these wood veneer numbers, I have 2 spares just in case I mess up. But I'm going to try to make this number 1 and that number 2 into candy canes. So I'm taking this washi tape and I am just running it diagonally across the number 1. And I'm putting each piece directly next to the other. So I'm actually kind of covering the whole entire one with washi tape. And then what I'm going to do once I get done covering the whole thing is I am going to remove every other strip of washi tape. And this way only those portions of the one that I want to emboss will be showing and the others will be covered by the washi tape. So let's get the Versamark out. Add some white embossing powder. Carefully, very slowly peel off the washi tape and then emboss. And I think it turned out pretty good. You'll see here I put the 1 and the 2 next to each other because I want to make sure that the diagonal lines are kind of matching up. So I'll do the same thing here for the 2. I will go ahead and cover it completely, and then I will go ahead and I will remove every other piece of washi tape. Ink it up, pour the powder. Had a couple blobs there, so I had to pull them off. This part here you want to do super slowly. When you're tearing that tape off, you want to go slow because you don't want the powder to move. You don't want to put your finger in the powder. Here I am now going to cover up the white parts that I've already embossed, and I want to emboss the remainder with red. And there you go, like a candy cane. A couple things to think about here as I'm doing this, because I'm going to go ahead and do the number 2. I ended up using some removable adhesive to hold the numbers down onto the paper. What else? Trying to think if there's anything else that I stumbled on. I always like to share with you guys the mistakes I make so that you don't make the same mistakes. I can't really think of anything else that I had problems with. I will tell you they weren't perfect, but they're fun, and that's all that matters. Okay, so here's my base. I created this in Photoshop Elements with a whole bunch of different sized circles. I have some photos of my adorable George. December Daily is not December Daily without George, so we got to get a page in there about him. This is from a 12 by 12 story kit. No, a 12 by 12 quarterly scrapbook kit. It was on a 12 by 12 piece of paper. So now I want to put the 12 on top of this patterned paper. And I can't remember what the size of that circle was, so you'll see me here kind of measuring, and I still just wasn't sure, so I went and I got out my circle cutter and some scrap paper that I had lying around. This is just really flimsy copy paper, and I cut a circle that was about 4 3/4 inches, and that was a little too small, so I marked it and put it to the side. And then 5 was the magic number. So a 5-inch circle with that patterned paper. And I will end up putting the photos down before the patterned paper so I could have the patterned paper kind of cover the edges of the photos. And I will put the journaling down after the patterned paper. This is just me going through the different embellishments. I have that one circle down there that I totally want to fill with something. And I honestly, there was a lot that I liked, I guess you can say. Sometimes it's the opposite. Sometimes I can't find anything that makes me happy. And then other times, as in this one, it's like, ooh, I like that. Ooh, I like that too. Ooh, I like that. And so it's kind of difficult to make decisions. But you gotta eventually get to the point where you choose. So I did. And you'll see what my choices are as soon as we get the 1 and the 2 on with some score tape. And then I took this Fa La 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 die cut, and I'm going to place it across the 1 and the 2. And I just think that is super fun. I also pulled out a chipboard phrase from this year's release and put that underneath. And then for that little circle, it's a die cut. And I end up choosing the star sticker, the dimensional star sticker, and 2 little itty bitty stars on my photos. And that's it, folks. Super simple and super duper fun. I really like how this one turned out. I'm going to have fun working on the back side of it for my story number 13. Let's take a look at what it looks like in my album. This one is just a close-up of the embossing and the embellishing. And again, I am happy with how it turned out. I guess in order to get really, really good at it, I need to practice. So that's exactly what I was doing today. And it was a lot of fun. Definitely going to do it again. Here is the journaling in case you're interested in reading about my little George. Again, this was from a 12 by 12 piece of paper that I punched out with a 4-inch circle punch. Added the words with stickers. And this is it. This is it inside of my album. Looks a little crooked here because of the way I put it on the plastic attacher, but I fixed that up, so now it's all good. But I wasn't going to retake the photos because that's just borrowing more trouble. And then last but not least, I have one more photo just so that you can see what it looks like outside of the album. It is attached with a plastic attacher from Ali Edwards, and all of those circles are just kind of hanging out together. So super fun. I liked this one a whole bunch. And of course, anything with George is happiness. Alrighty, thanks for playing along, and hopefully I will see you guys in my next video.